Sport fans, I'm Michael Sakala.
I'm Brandon Wicker.
And here we are on location at Spots Cafe, at Potts Cafe, Sports Cafe. Man, am I really tearing that up. Now, you got to come on down here. This place is a fantastic sports bar. They got a special going on, 5 for $11 on buckets of beer and $3 Bloody Marys on Sundays.
Sorry we missed you last week.
Yeah, we had a little scheduling conflict, but it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I hope everybody had a good holiday and happy Halloween. You got a lot of candy and whatnot. So
We certainly got ours.
yeah, we didn't do so bad. I see a couple of Kit Kats in there. I'm going to have to stamp up on. So Brando, how did we? Can you give us a little wrap up on that World Series that just took place?
Yeah, it's short and sweet. My little team with the small bats just couldn't get it done. Made it to the edge of the cliff and just couldn't get over it.
It's like I was telling you, I mean,
Maybe next year.
the Giants, they just figure out ways to win. And it's a shame. I mean, here we are, the running Royals. I was pushing for them. They were 90 feet away from, going into extra innings, and who knows what would have happened. But if anything, they went to Game 7. They made it exciting. They kept everybody into it. Now,
like I was going to tell you, that's why in the beginning I was rooting for like a Pirates or a Nationals to run through, so you would have different teams. You know what I'm saying? And then,
but hey, at the end of the day, it was. I think a lot of people were into it. Unfortunately, the ratings didn't say all that. But baseball in late October. I mean, what do you expect? Most people, they're talking and they're hating on the Dallas Cowboys. Once again, they are the most popular team in the world. And with that being said, I just want to make sure my True Blue members are out there. Try not to listen to all the crap people are saying and how Romo this and that and the team's falling apart. Don't take it so serious. Please don't do like I know this one guy where he's starting to hawk out over all this because he just can't seem to handle everything that's going on. So, you took the Falcons last week going to London.
they scared me there for a minute. After being up 21-0.
How'd they make out that? How'd you do with that?
Well, I wanted it outright. Yeah, I just got it 3 points. The clock run down after the missed field goal thing and a fluke to give Detroit another try, cost me the outright. But
yeah,
I got it with the points.
Yeah, and I think they're talking about they may look into that ruling again with the whole delay of game. And
I tell you what, I've seen clocks go to 0 and almost back to 1 again on the other side, and not a flag thrown. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not a big fan of the whole icing the field goal kicker. Sometimes it comes back to bite you in the ass.
And that one there was the delay of game against Detroit. Which,
yeah.
And you can't cancel it. It's
Yeah,
automatic.
Yeah, it was
like the play never happened.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
I didn't do so good. I took the points in Philadelphia, and unfortunately, like a prostitute on her first night on the job, they sucked. They're winning late in the game. They give up an over-the-shoulder 70-yard touchdown.
75-yard pass. John Brown. Oh, it's beautiful.
They lose 24-20, and it's one of the reasons why I just have a hard time, growing up in that area. Year after year, Philadelphia, they just disappoint, and I feel bad. I really feel bad for the fans out there because it just is. Now, I will say this, and I mean this a lot, to all those Philadelphia fans, please make sure, and I pray, that you have enough propane this year to keep your trailer warm because, they're calling for another cold season. So,
absolutely.
Who you taking this week? Who you taking?
Well, I got to go 2 ways with you here, okay?
Huh?
You're not going to like me in the beginning because I was first going Cardinals over Cowboys, right?
Yeah, that's a good pick.
But I don't want to jump on the Tony Romo possibly being injured and not playing bandwagon,
Yeah.
But I was definitely going there. So I changed my mind, and I'm really sticking my neck out on this one. But you just talked about the previous team there just a second ago. Never having done it, okay, the Texans are replacing the Oilers in Texas, so they've faced the Eagles 3 times since they've been there, and they've lost all 3.
Huh,
and the Eagles are coming in favored, so they're not even getting the 3 home tag. The Eagles are favored, and I'm gonna go for Texans.
Wow. Well, see.
If Foster can run the football, keep it off that gimmick offense he runs.
The chippy, as they call him.
Yeah, I'm just shooting for Watt just to swat everything down and just tear full throw.
That's a big call. I looked at that. I was just worried about because
Toddy will be back too. for real this
Oh,
time.
he's actually going to play?
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be nice. It's about time. It's only been a couple of weeks now. Well, myself, the Seahawks are home this week. They're giving up 14 and a half, and they have the Raiders coming to town. And let's be honest, the Raiders, they suck. I mean, I got all these statistics, and I'm not even going to get into it all, but the one thing I do know is that the Seahawks, they have the 6th best rush defense. So which it's going to do, it's going to force the Raiders to have to throw the ball. And with that pass rush, I think we're going to see the defense of Seattle. You know, a lot of interceptions, a lot of fumbles, they're going to just disrupt the heck out of the Raiders. And then with the Raiders defense, they're giving up 131 yards a game to running backs. I think we're going back to beast mode, Skittle style, and I think they're just going to run the hell out of the ball. And I think when it's all said, I think it's going to play a blowout. I think Seattle's going to remind us all, even though they're playing the Raiders, that they are the defending Super Bowl champs, and don't count them out just yet. I mean, I think they're going to win by at least 20.
And I'll throw something in on there. The Raiders haven't been the stinky old Raiders since the coaching change. He's actually had the teeth playing rather well.
That's that guy from Miami, Soprano.
Yeah,
or whatever his name?
yes. Yeah.
They're pretty tough. They are. But I mean, going into Seattle, I just think they need to make a statement game, and I think this may be just the team to do a statement game against to remind us all.
And we would be remiss without talking about the possible biggest game of the week, which me and you are going to differ on. Would be the Broncos getting on the plane and heading into Foxborough, whereas I am picking the Broncos. I believe you stated you think it's going to be
something tells me that the Patriots, I think they're going to surprise us. They've been playing okay kind of football. All of a sudden, these so-called, he doesn't have any weapons, etc. You know, Tom is Tom, and he figures out a way to win at times as well. It's going to be an interesting game, because you're right. Because Denver seems like that they're on that they're that the train that can't stop. But I still.
I thought it was interesting. Peyton has been to Foxborough 12 times, mainly with the Colts, right?
Yeah.
But he's 2-10 in Foxborough, including playoffs. So I understand. You know, and the Patriots are known for what, they're like 70-1 or something at home, and the last I forget. You know. But I'm going. I think it's the defense that's the difference. We all know he's had the offensive tools, you know.
Yeah.
Getting your boy from Dallas, where to go along with, you know, they didn't know how Miller was going to come back, you know, with the knee problem, and these two guys, if they get with Tom Rattle, that could be the difference in the game.
Well, we know both pretty boys don't like to be touched. That's going to be a big deal.
That's true.
What's interesting with this game is going to be the rematch when they play in the playoffs. Yeah. Whoever, you know, the rematch becomes, you know, a revenge game for either team that loses. That's what's going to be interesting, just like it was last year. But now, all right, you got.
Of course, Broncos wanting to win to make sure that rematch takes place in Colorado.
But I think that's more important.
Sure.
So you got Denver. I'll take the Pats on that. All right. Well, sport fans, again, so I don't mess it up, come down to Potts Sports Cafe. They got 5 for $11 bucket beers and $3 Bloody Marys, which I'm having one right now.
One more before we sign off there. You might want to chime in on this. And no offense to you, our great coordinator over there. I just had to mention Mr. Houston from the Bears.
Yes.
Celebrating with 6 minutes or 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter for sacking a backup quarterback as Brady was resting on the bench. Done for the season, joining Mr. Tulich of Detroit, doing the same thing. How stupid can you be?
Now, here's a question.
Celebrating.
Here's a question for our beloved producer. What would Ditka have done as the head coach on the sidelines of that player? What about that was Richard Dent?
Tell you what, if I'm an owner, and I you know, this has happened in baseball too.
If it was Richard Dent, it wouldn't have happened.
That's true. Remember, this has happened in baseball too, a couple of times. The Angels guy hitting a walk-off home run, breaking his leg when he comes out and slaps the plate. You know, done for the season. You know, I think with the money these people make, to build it into their contract. You get something like that. You know, obviously we'll pay your medical bill, but you can't get your game checks or something. Just something for being stupid. You got to fine them or do something.
Yes. All right, sport fans, enjoy your Sunday, and see you next week.
All right.